Did you know that successful people create more than goals? They have a vision of the future, and that's why they actually, instead of setting goals, they put memories into their future. So during this video, you'll learn how you can make a goal a memory in your future, so you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to achieve it, and so it looks to you like it's a predictable results. My name is Alex Morgan, and I help you align your actions, your beliefs, your dreams, and your thinking so you can achieve success. And success is here, so you might as well be ready for it. And one of the easiest ways to be ready for it is to set goals in the future and make those memories. So there's a few things that we want to consider in this process. I'm going to take you through the whole process during this video. And the best way to look at this is every step of the process, it makes your goal feel more real. So you can actually put it in the future as a memory, because you set goals with the conscious mind. The conscious mind is the goal setter, and the unconscious mind is the goal getter. So we're going to do this process together, and I'm going to take you through all of it so that you can actually make sure that you achieve your goals. Now, something to consider before I tell you about the process is a lot of people, they do this process and it feels so good, they think, wow, I already achieved my goal. However, just because you did this doesn't mean your goal is going to happen. You still need to take action in the physical, and you need to focus on what you want. The wonderful thing about doing this effort with the unconscious mind is you won't have to put as much effort in the physical. However, make sure you take plenty of action, take massive action towards your future memory, your future goal, so you can get predictable results and continuously and consistently focus on what you want. Now, the first step of the process is you need to think of a goal that you want to achieve, and you need to think about how you're going to write down this goal. Yes, it's more important to write down the goal. It makes it easier to achieve, and remember, each step of the process makes it more real. So when you write down a goal, it makes it more real. If you're just thinking about a goal all the time, what do you think is easier? Just thinking about it, or also seeing it on the paper, seeing it there? What if tomorrow you want to work towards that goal and you see it in front of you on a piece of paper? That's going to give you a nice reminder. It'll feel more real, won't it? So you need to write down the goal in a positive way. You need to make it measurable, and you need to make it specific. So let's say that you want to make a certain amount of money. You're going to say your name. So my name's Alex. I have made a certain amount of money by a certain date, and I feel however I feel about this goal. You need to put a date so you know for your unconscious mind when in the future you're going to achieve this, since we're putting it into the future as a memory. And you want to make it a specific number so you know that it's measurable. You know whether you achieved it or not. And it's good to also have it timed. When you put timed on your goal, that makes you work towards it instead of focusing on your limitations, because you were born limitless, you might as well be limitless again, so it makes it easier to achieve your goals. And if you're talking about money, is it revenue or is it profit? Which one is it? Now, another thing to consider is it doesn't have to be money, of course. It could be a fitness goal, a goal in any area of your life. Now, make sure it's a certain result by a certain date. Because if you just write a goal, I want to be confident. Well, you can clearly be confident right now. All you have to do is think of yourself as confident. You don't need to measure that, really. How can you really measure confidence? You can have this much, you can have unlimited confidence. So there's really no way to measure it. And if you want confidence, you can actually think about a time in the past that you felt confident. You can see what you saw, hear what you heard, and really feel the feelings of confidence. So make sure that you write down your goal in a specific way. Put your name, I have, write down whatever your goal is, what you've achieved, a specific date, and how you feel. So make sure that you do this before you start any other part of the process. And remember, each step makes it feel more real. So that's the first step. The second step is you want to think about the last thing that has to happen so you know 100% with certainty that you achieved this goal. So making money, for example, How am I going to know that I achieved this goal? Am I shaking someone's hand and making a deal? Am I sharing this money with my family on a dream vacation? Am I seeing the money in my bank account? Am I going around the world, or am I making a business deal? So think about your goal. What's the last thing that has to happen so you know you have it? And you can also make this memorable because that makes it more real. And then you're going to see yourself going out into the future with this, and it's going to feel really good. So what's the last thing that has to happen so you know you have it? So make sure you write down your goal and you have that thing, because that's going to make it more real. Those things combined will make it more real, and you need those to do the exercise. I'm going to take you through a nice little visualization exercise where you can do this and you can actually install this in the future. So if you haven't done those already, pause the video. If you have, continue the video right now, because we're going to go through the process. So make sure your goal is stated in those terms that I mentioned, and you can go ahead and close your eyes. It's easy to do this, closing your eyes. Make sure you're not operating any machinery, you're not driving a car or anything like that, because this is a time to visualize this goal as a memory in the future, visualizing you successfully completing it. And that makes it more real, doesn't it? So close down your eyes and bring up that picture, that internal representation that you have of the last thing that has to happen so you know you have it. Make a picture of this in your mind. Bring in some nice, really good sounds there, and also bring in some feelings. Because remember, in your goal, you decided on how you would feel. So bring in some of those feelings. Now go ahead and imagine this picture and look through your own eyes so it feels even more real. And now we're going to adjust the picture of this so it feels even more real for you, this future memory. So if this picture was brighter, would it be more compelling for you? If yes, make it really, really bright so it's most compelling for you. If not, just leave it as it is. And if it was further away or closer to you, would it be more compelling? So move it closer or further from you so it's most compelling for you. And if it changed the location on your mental screen, so if your goal maybe went from the left to the right or up or down or in some way, put it in the perfect spot so it's most compelling for you. And think about, is it framed or is it panoramic? So make it framed or panoramic, what's most compelling for you. And maybe it's an image or maybe it's a movie. So make it whatever one is most compelling for you. And if there are any sounds that are really important to you, go ahead and turn the volume to the perfect amount so it's most compelling for you. And those feelings that you thought about as you wrote your goal, think about those feelings and intensify those so they're the perfect amount for you. Really intensify those so it feels really, really real for you, because each step of this process makes the goal more real. And now go ahead and step out of this picture that you created so you can see your body in the picture. Now, float up. Just imagine yourself floating up. And you're going to just take some nice deep breaths, breathe in and breathe out, and breathe this energy into your goal. And take another nice deep breath, breathing in, breathing out, and breathe that energy into your goal. Take another one, make it more intense. Breathing in, breathing out, breathe all that into your goal. And one more, let this manifestation feel so real. In and out. And now float out into the future with this picture that you can see yourself in, and let it go out into the future, how you're visualizing this, to the date that you know it needs to be completed. So whatever date that is that you wrote down earlier, because I said to have your goal have a specific date. So let that picture go into that date and know that you're really completing that goal. And let it lock in there in that place, in that date. And once that's locked in, you can imagine then to now Any events that you need to do to make sure that this goal is more real for you. Really think about that now. Any events that you need to complete. Because remember, you have to take action. Yes, this is a future memory. You need to take action though and focus on what you want. And when you're ready, you can come back into the room, come back into now, feeling good, knowing that you reevaluated all those events between then and now that really support the successful completion of your future memory. So that's it. That's how you put a memory into the future so you know that you can complete it. Yes, this is a goal. However, now you've made it a nice memory, knowing that you can complete this easily and effortlessly. And if you take action and focus on what you want, it's going to happen automatically and naturally for you. So go ahead and comment below what you want to achieve. If you have any questions about how you write down your goal or anything else like that, go ahead and drop a comment about that, or you can reach out to me. All my information will be in the description of the episode. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everyone who's been subscribing lately, leaving comments, recommendations, asking questions. It really helps me keep making videos every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.